Hello. So I'm going to do two things for you in the next 5 minutes. Number one, there is a really exciting opportunity and event coming up if you work in e-commerce. And then second, at that event, you can win hundreds of thousands of dollars in prizes with a pitch competition in front of Shark Tank judges.
But how do I make money?
And number two, I'm going to walk through my 3 elevator pitch tips. So this is you have 60 or 90 seconds to pitch your product or vision. How do you do that? And so if you take these tips and go to the event, maybe it'll be you with that first place $200,000 cash prize. That said, let's go. Also, side note, I'm in Switzerland right now. You may recognize this office from this video where I was working out of Switzerland. So I'm back here, back home. And if you can hear the church bells in the back, I apologize for that, but the Swiss bells just ring basically all the time, right? At least once per hour. So you can probably hear them right now. So if you want to scale your sales and do better with e-commerce, it's not just about pumping out new products. It's about ditching outdated sourcing and selling habits. We're in a new era, and I have an event for you that could flip this entire industry on its head. So if you work in this space, you have 100% heard of Alibaba.com. They are the world's largest online B2B platform for e-commerce sellers, maybe like you, or potentially could be you after you watch this video. And Alibaba.com's CoCreate event is coming up. They are the world's leading sourcing event where they connect retailers, sellers, and wholesalers with top manufacturers and industry experts. So first, why CoCreate in 2025? Well, first, tariffs are causing chaos in this space right now. And CoCreate helps you learn how other small businesses are building flexible supply chains that can roll with the punches and how you can do that as well. And whether it's Southeast Asia or Mexico or Canada, you'll see how today's smartest founders are rerouting their supply chains to roll with these punches. And there's no MBA required for that. And you can learn how this volatile market is actually creating a lot of opportunity for once in a year or once in a decade product launches. Next, 2026 is coming up fast. And at CoCreate, you'll get the trends and supplier strategies that customers want. No fluff, no buzzwords, just what's actually working for industry leaders. Next, you can go from 10-month delays to 15-day turnarounds. You'll get hit to the tools and the playbooks that are speeding up sourcing and leaving slow brands behind. And that ties into the idea that you don't need 10 products really in e-commerce. You just need one winner. And so at CoCreate, you'll learn how smart founders test, launch, and scale to over 100,000 units a month. Now, like I said, there's a lot of panels and discussions from industry leaders and investors and players and owners like yourself at CoCreate. So agenda-wise for 2025, CoCreate is where small businesses get serious upgrades. That's real tools, real people, and real strategies to help you source smarter, move faster, and win in a world that just keeps changing the rules, whether it's tariffs or ad platform costs or who knows what else. Second, AI is the talk of the town everywhere, including in e-commerce. So you can see the tools turning solopreneurs into product powerhouses. And AI isn't just for the tech bros. You can see how small businesses are using agentic AI to run leaner and punch above their weight in the e-com space. Now, as far as the event highlights of CoCreate go, really you get to meet the superheroes of the business world, the people that are really out there and doing it at massive scale. This is real people, real deals, and no BS, and that kind of face-to-face interaction that you just can't get over a Zoom call or with LinkedIn networking. So at CoCreate, you can connect with over 200 8-figure business owners, over 1,500 e-commerce professionals, over 50 investors, and 200 leading suppliers from 13 countries. So this isn't an ordinary trade show. It is a deal-creating, connection-making machine that you can be a part of. And so if you just have an idea, then bring it to CoCreate. You'll find the suppliers, investors, and experts that can help you bring that into the world and make it real fast. And finally, we're about to get into my pitch tips. So I'll end this with a remark on CoCreate Pitch. So it's 90-second pitches, a $200,000 cash prize for first place that will change someone's life. These founders are going to win or crash in real time, and you get to watch it at the edge of your seat. So use the code CoCreate25 at the link in the description for up to 20% off your tickets. And that said, let's jump into some pitch tips. So my first tip is forget about the elevator pitch. Forget about 60 or 90 seconds that you have to inform your target customer or an investor of your product. Instead, as an exercise, think about the 10 second, the one sentence pitch. You should be able to crunch your entire business or product or service into a single sentence that effectively communicates what it is, who it's for, and the pain point it solves. At the very least, someone should be able to hear that sentence and understand the core or the intrigue of your idea. So spend some time, just write that down, think about what that could be for your product or service. Number 2, think about why people actually buy your product and service. And apparel e-commerce is a really good space for this concept. And that's because marketing clothes and clothing brands is really often about the underlying messaging of how it makes you feel and what vision or idea you're representing. You buy clothes because they make you feel good, maybe more confident, or because they represent an idea that you resonate with. Like, let's say a veteran-owned brand, for example. So if you advertise or pitch your product, you want to communicate that underlying messaging, and you want to communicate what it actually delivers and what pain point or benefit it provides. And oftentimes that comes down to something emotional. And that applies to all e-commerce as well. And number 3, and this is really important, you have to connect with specifically the person that you're speaking to, or the group of people. You could pitch your product or service to one person or group of people who love it, and if you take that same pitch and give it to someone else or some other group of people, they'll hate it. And that can be really, really strange as a founder because you're getting completely different feedback from different groups of people. So what I urge you to think is, well, why is that the case? What is it about their perspective that informs what they are listening for when they listen to your pitch? And then induct from that, well, how should I speak to this other group of investors or this audience or this group of customers? Because no customer avatar is the same, and the same thing applies to investors or people who are listening to your pitches. So those are my 3 tips. Make sure, again, to go hit the link in the description and use that code for 20% off your Alibaba CoCreate event. So wherever you are in the world, I wish you a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.